There is one major misunderstanding in the Myers-Briggs 16 personality type community. What exactly is the function of introverted intuition? Some people associate introverted intuition with future planning. Because of that, an introverted intuitive becomes someone who plans everything for the future. That, however, is not the case. In fact, many sensing personality types also prefer making plans for the future. There are numerous other myths about introverted intuition out there. So what is it exactly, and how can you tell whether you're an introverted intuitive or not? Make sure to stay tuned to the end of today's video because I'm talking about the top 9 telltale signs that you are truly an introverted intuitive type. Let's get into it. Welcome to Success for Breakfast, where I'm serving up brain food made simple. Hit that subscribe button to get the latest videos created to give you the tools to level up your life. Starting things off for us today is introverted intuitives are driven by things they're inspired by. If you're a true introverted intuitive type, your inspiration is what drives you and all of your decisions. Sometimes your inspiration comes from people or from events going on around you, and yet they might appear out of nowhere at times. It's absolutely random, which is why no one understands, and you can't even explain it to them. However, you do have a preconceived notion of how the future will unfold. Everything that inspires you contributes to the creation of your perfect vision. And every step you take, every action you do is a step closer to that ideal future. It all stems from things that motivate you. These inspirations propel your every move, providing you with motivation and energy to attain your objectives. And if you are a true introverted intuitive, you'll understand how tough it is for others to understand that. Next up, in number 8, introverted intuitives enjoy abstract conversations. Another interesting truth about introverted intuitive types is that their level of attention in a conversation is determined by how deep and abstract the conversation is. Small talk is something they despise. You know those people who can strike up a conversation with someone they've just met? True introverted intuitives despise such exchanges. They prefer it when conversations become abstract. They appreciate discussing complicated processes, ideas, and how the world works. True introverted intuitives enjoy discussing why individuals behave the way they do or how the world works. So if you're chatting with an introverted intuitive, you'll notice they ask you questions about your childhood to figure out your personality rather than asking you what your favorite food is. The more complex and theoretical a discussion becomes, the more fascinated an introverted intuitive becomes. The number 7 sign that you are truly an introverted intuitive type is introverted intuitives' desire to know the deeper meaning of everything. Introverted intuitives, as I've pointed out, enjoy deep conversations. It's because they prefer to get to know things on the most in-depth level imaginable. Human beings, the world, artwork, animals, they want to understand everything on a deep level. They don't believe things based on first impressions. Introverted intuitives feel that everything has multiple levels of meaning, and they strive to reach the absolute root of those meanings. As I've previously stated, they will attempt to have lengthy talks with you in order to learn about your background and your deepest secrets in order to figure out your personality type and why you act the way you do. That is also why introverted intuitive types make excellent listeners. They listen closely in order to comprehend everything around them. Next up, and number 6, introverted intuitives spend a lot of their time daydreaming. Don't get me wrong, introverted intuitive types enjoy spending time with their close circle, but they also need to spend a lot of time alone. They enjoy sitting and daydreaming during this time. They don't want any outside distractions. All they need is some alone time with their thoughts. Introverted intuitive people are curious about everything. Now, when they have time alone, they want to spend it trying to make sense of all the new information they've learned. They spend this time attempting to comprehend how the new information fits into the larger scheme of things and how it affects everything else. Their minds require time to rest and consider all of the ideas and theories associated with all the fresh material they absorb on a daily basis. This period is totally dedicated just to them. You may call it their peace time. That is why they prefer to spend this time alone in a calm, dark spot where nothing or no one can disturb them. Number 5 today is introverted intuitives get lost in meanings. Introverted intuitives don't just pay attention to what they can see. They don't just look at the obvious characteristics of things and people. Instead, they concentrate on the symbolic significance of everything. As an example, ordinary people perceive a brown limb and green leaves when they see a tree. That is not how introverted intuitive types perceive trees. They concentrate on the tree's value to the world. What's the tree's symbolic meaning? What caused this tree to grow? What impact does the tree have on the world? These are the thoughts that run through the mind of an introverted intuitive. They are not only concerned with what they observe, but also with the underlying meaning. They are preoccupied with what has already happened and what may occur in the future. In fact, if you're an introverted intuitive, you'll know that when you get lost in your thoughts, it's easy to lose touch with the present moment, which may be very frustrating for others around you. Be sure to hit that like button if you've gotten some value from this video so far. That signals YouTube that you think other people could benefit from this video too. Next up, at number 4 today, is introverted intuitives tend to be independent. Another characteristic of introverted intuitive types is that they dislike being restricted by rules and repetitive tasks. Instead, they enjoy discovering new opportunities. As a result, when they have to rely on someone or follow someone's rules, they absolutely detest it. They prefer to be self-sufficient and do things their own way and by their own method. I mean, they like to try out new and uncharted territory. They enjoy taking on new challenges. They enjoy deciding whether or not regulations must be followed. As a result, introverted intuitive people are always quite independent and individualistic. Kicking off the top 3 telltale signs you are an introverted intuitive is introverted intuitive types love building strategies. As I've previously stated, introverted intuitives tend to imagine an ideal future for themselves and then ensure that all actions they take are geared toward that ideal future. To ensure that they attain that future, they devise a plan and strategize on how they will do it. They want to plot and plan out everything they do, not just the future. It provides them a sense of security knowing how things will work out. Not only does it give them a sense of serenity, but it also gives them a strange sense of exhilaration when they get to plan things out. That's why they enjoy strategizing and creating plans for others as well. Introverted intuitive people make excellent listeners, but that's not all. They also provide excellent guidance and devise effective tactics to assist you in resolving your issues. That's because it's exciting for them to draw out plans and see those goals come to fruition. In the runner-up spot is introverted intuitives struggle to explain their perceptions in words. Their perceptions and inspirations account for a large portion of their introverted intuition. As a result, their inner world influences many of their ideas and decisions. Their minds take these inspirations and map out steps to achieve their ideal future. However, because it all originates from their thoughts, introverted intuitives often find it difficult to express their worldview to others. Even when they try to explain it to others, they frequently wind up rambling and leaving others even more confused. If you're a true introverted intuitive, you'll realize how annoying it may be when others don't comprehend your perceptions because you can't explain them in words, even if they're as clear as day in your mind. Topping our list, and the number 1 telltale sign you are an introverted intuitive personality type, is introverted intuitives always ask why. Last but not least, if you're an introverted intuitive type, you'll notice that you frequently ask questions that begin with why. That's because you're constantly perplexed as to why anything is the way it is. It helps you to comprehend how everything works, and I believe we've established how much introverted intuitives want to understand how the universe works, right? However, as time passes, they notice that many people become uncomfortable when they continue to question why, and it can be tough for them to communicate with those people. But that's okay, since there are many people that understand and support them. Are you an introverted intuitive personality type? What are your thoughts on these telltale signs that you are? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below. You've got this, now go get it done. Grab yourself some more brain food to help you level up your life and click on one of the videos on your screen right now.